Hey guys, Jack here bringing you my Battlefield 4 first impressions post Gamescom. I spent a lot of time playing the game last week. I got to try Obliteration on the PC, the new game mode. I tried Conquest on the PC and also Domination on the PS4. I'm going to share my impressions of the game. I'm going to talk about the new stuff, the stuff I like, the stuff I don't like. Let's get into it. Before I start, remember this is pre-alpha content. Everything is subject to change. Things change a lot in games development. The game you see here may be very different from the game that's released in October. I doubt it very much, but things are always subject to change. So don't take that everything that I say is set in stone, because it could change by the launch. I want to start off with Suppression, seeing as this is a big topic and it's an important thing. Everyone talks about it in BF3. How is the Suppression in BF4? The Suppression in BF4 is great. Close to medium range combat. You don't notice it at all. Well, you know it's a visual effect. Obviously you can see on the screen that it's sort of like a tunnel vision and the Vaseline starts building up. But in terms of your bullets are still going where you're aiming. All it does is it adds a little bit of weapon sway. So if you're a good player and you're suppressed, you can still keep your aim on target and get accurate shots on that bad guy. In BF3, when you're suppressed, your bullets go off at 45-degree angles. It doesn't just happen to me. There's plenty of occasions when I've got something like a shotgun, I'm face to face with someone, I'm suppressed, I'm aiming directly at them, but my shot completely misses because I'm suppressed, and it's quite irritating and frustrating. You feel like you've been cheated. That is not the case in BF4. The suppression is working really well. It's only a big deal really when sniper rifles and LMGs are firing at you, and even then, if you're good, you can still stay on target. Overall, it's a great change. It improves the gunplay massively. It feels really nice now. It's tight, it's more skill based, suppressing isn't going to piss you off, it's good. Next up, let's talk about the graphics on the PC version. The graphics are definitely better, it's grittier, it looks more realistic, there's no blue tint. There's more shrubbery that you can actually hide behind. You can use that effectively as cover. The palm trees blow around. The waves look absolutely fantastic. When the storm starts on the Paracel Storm map, the rain starts going sideways. The wind starts blowing. It's incredibly immersive. It's very detailed. And it's definitely one of the nicest looking games that I've ever played. Considering it's 64 players as well. And it's a multiplayer game, it's pretty incredible. Kind of disappointed it's been confirmed that Battle Recorder will not be there on launch. Obviously we've got spectator mode, which has had some great improvements, as you can see. Battle Recorder is, however, a focus of the developers. Following my interview with Lars and speaking to a couple of the DICE guys, it's something that they know people want. They know that you want to be able to record your games and look at the game from different angles, play in slow motion. They know that we want that as a community, as movie makers, as just gamers. We want to see a battle recorder in the game as well as a spectator mode. That is on their minds. Maybe it'll be added post-launch. I hope it'll be added. That'd be great. Even if we could just have a Counter-Strike style demo recorder that could just record your point of view, that'd be fantastic, especially for the PC guys that don't have amazing hardware and can't run things like Fraps and DxTory and don't have capture cards. Because obviously, if your PC isn't great and you're recording, it has a massive hit on your frames per second, and you haven't really got a way of recording those amazing only in Battlefield moments that happen. Zinto also talked about supporting competitive play when he was on the stream, which is fantastic. As you know, I'm a big competitive gamer. I love esports, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what DICE and BF4 bring out for competitive gaming in BF4. New weapons galore. The AK-5C is a great carbine. I think that's going to get used a lot on release. The SRR sniper rifle is an absolute beast. The sound of it is amazing. The Magnum feels really meaty now. It's got lower recoil. The sound's very punchy. Guided rocket launchers are back. The S-RAW, which is basically the AT-4 from Bad Company 2. So that's the rocket launcher that you guide. So you fire it and you guide it with your mouse and it goes where you're pointing. That's amazing. I love that sort of stuff, and I'm sure that we're going to see lots of amazing rocket kills on jets and helicopters with guided rockets. We've also got grenades that now explode on impact, smoke grenades, flashbangs, so many new nades. Attachments, there's just so many of them. There's different types of suppressors, grips, and they each affect the guns in their own way. This is good because it just encourages more diversity and interesting choice decisions to be made when you're picking your loadout. It's not just going to be everyone running around with heavy barrel and foregrip. There's so many ways that you can set up your weapon and your soldier to fit your play style and go with a different game style, for example. There were a couple of things in the footage that I've been posting that people were like, what the hell's that? This one here is called MP APS and it's a support gadget. So the deal is with this, you put it down and it takes out incoming rockets, grenades, missiles for a short while before it recharges. I didn't get this on camera. You can see there I chucked a grenade to see if it would work with a friendly grenade. It doesn't, obviously, because it's my attachment. I didn't get it on camera, but basically that's what it does. It's like a little stationary defense thing, I guess. Also, engineers have got these M2 SLAM anti-vehicle thingies. I didn't record these on camera, but I did use them when I was playing Conquest. They're these little things that you throw down. They sort of look like this. I'm going to do a drawing or find one online if I can. They're a bit smaller than mine. I'm not sure if they do more damage or less damage because I never really got an enemy vehicle to run over them, but plenty of new gadgets there. Overall, the gadgets in BF4 are definitely based around mobility now rather than static play. Some perfect examples, the PLD, the personal laser designator that the Recon has. That's basically the new soft lam, although the soft lam is already in the game. So you can use that on the move, you can just bring it up to your face, you can lace targets for stuff like javelins and jets and tanks. You can also get ranges on there. The mobile mortar that the support gets, so you plonk this down somewhere and then you can run away and you can remote control it. So if you're going to push a flag, for example, and you need to actually be there, so you're fighting enemies, you can put this down at the back, run in there. If you need some mortar fire, quickly access it, and you can put some mortar fire down using the remote control. The map is actually broken there. It's supposed to show you what you're hitting. It's just not been implemented into the game yet, but that's awesome. The mobile TUGS ball as well, so you throw this and wherever it lands, it does like a little wave and pinpoints enemies on the mini-map. So all these new gadgets are based around mobility. They promote movement, they promote aggressive play, and they don't benefit campers, which is great. Just keeps the game rolling, keeps the ball moving. Fantastic. Just the way the customization's geared up in the game, much more interesting choice in all for players. Do you want to be a Spec Ops Recon guy? Do you want to be a Carbine support guy? You can really create your own soldiers now. I'm disappointed there's no physical appearance customization apart from maybe the camo that the soldier wears. But there were some things in the game like decal creation options. So maybe on release we're going to be able to add our own arm patches and badges and stick them on the clothes. Maybe even stick them on the guns, which would be awesome. There's a tier reloading system. This has been discussed in many videos since we saw the Gamescom footage. If you don't know what this is, here's an example for you. I've got my primary weapon out. I'm shooting at someone. I kill them. I go to reload. I pull the magazine out. So the magazine's out of the gun. All of a sudden, a guy jumps me. I have to switch to my pistol, kill that guy, then switch back to my primary. The animation continues from where I left off. So I've pulled the magazine out already before I switch to my pistol. Now all I've got to do is put the magazine back in. So it saves time. It's a really cool idea. I'm sure we're going to see this in a lot more shooters now. It just makes sense. If I've already taken the magazine out of the rifle, why do I have to put it in again? There's just so many features that have been added to the game that the community requested, and it's brilliant that DICE are looking on Reddit, they're looking on Battlelog, Twitter, and they're listening to our opinions, our collective opinions and our desires, and they're adding them to the game, actually taking the feedback that the community is giving them. They're not just listening to their internal QA testers, and they're making a great game out of it. Good stuff. I think some of the UI elements are still a bit too big, especially the icons on the screen. A lot of other people said this too. The bomb icon in particular, it's so massive you can't actually see what you're shooting at if the target's more than like 30 meters away. Also the flag icons are too big, the MCOM icons, they just get in the way sometimes. I think they need to be toned down a little bit. As far as I could tell as well, the mini-map, there's still no way to differentiate between friendlies and enemies that are above and below you. They just appear as a triangle arrow thing still, so it'd be nice to see some differentiation there. A lot of people have asked me about the peeking in cover system. This has been talked about a lot, but we've never seen footage of it before. On the PS4 version, you actually use the 6-axis controller to do this, so you're up against the corner, you tilt the controller because it's got the gyro stuff in there, and you sort of peek and lean out. The PC version, a couple of times the prompt comes up on the screen. You can see this in some of the footage from Gamescom, but I couldn't seem to get it to work. Whether it's not implemented in the PC version yet, I'm not sure, but the basic premise is you're near cover, you right click and you lean out or above the nearest cover. So it's contextual leaning. Far Cry 3 has it, COD Ghosts have it, plenty of other games have it. Now regarding the PS4 version, I played this behind closed doors in the EA Business Lounge on 2 separate occasions. It was on a PS4 dev kit, domination mode, 16 players, infantry only, no vehicles. To start off, 60 FPS makes a massive difference to console Battlefield. You wouldn't believe it. If you've never played PC Battlefield and you've just been on PS3, it's night and day. I'm not exaggerating this. Going from 30 FPS to 60 FPS is a big deal, and it makes a huge improvement to the overall gameplay experience. It's so much nicer to play with a controller when you've got 60 FPS. The PS4 controller, the triggers and the thumbsticks are great. I could aim quite well. The people I was with, even those that don't play BF3, really enjoyed it on PS4. It's smooth. I know graphically some websites have said that PS4 Battlefield 4 isn't that impressive, and here's my thoughts on that matter. Number one, it's a world apart from the PS3 and the Xbox 360 versions. The lighting and the textures look great. If I could compare it to something, it's probably like PC on medium settings. You could tell it wasn't native 1080p because it wasn't as crisp as 1080p should be. Lars Gustafsson told me in my interview that he thought it was 720p upscaled to 1080 right now, but of course they're optimizing and tweaking it to get the best graphics, whilst at the same time trying to maintain that 60 FPS. Some news websites actually reported it was running at 900p, which is 1600 by 900. To some people, this is a big deal because a lot of other next-gen PS4 and Xbox One titles are running at native 1080p. But then again, most of these titles don't have the large scale, the epicness and the player count that BF4 has. This is the way I look at it. I think people are expecting a bit too much from some next-gen PS4 and Xbox One games. As Patrick Back said, you've got to make compromises with the new console hardware. And I'm sure if DICE wanted to do it, they could do BF4 multiplayer, native 1080p, max graphics. But it'd probably be limited to 32 players and it would probably run at 30 FPS. And 30 FPS sucks balls. It really does. If I was a console player, I know which one I'd rather have. I'd rather have 64 players and 60 FPS with slightly lower graphics. To me, personally, it's all about the feel of the game and the experience you have. Graphics really aren't a big deal to me in multiplayer games, and I know there are a lot of people who share that opinion too. My 2 cents on the PS4 version, I picked it up, it was smooth, the controls are great, I had fun. I never thought at any point, oh, this game looks terrible. It didn't. I mean, it's BF4, it's Frostbite 3, it looks fine. It's just not as sharp as other games, simple as that. But like I said, to me, that's not really a big deal. I prefer having the Battlefield experience, and like I said earlier, it's still pre-alpha. A lot could change before release. Overall though, BF4 was a lot of fun at Gamescom, and it's quite hard to go back to BF3 now. BF4 is everything BF3 should have been, plus a load of new features, plus a load of new stuff that just makes sense and adds to the core gameplay. More customization, more dynamic levels, more choice in playstyle. It's great, it feels nice, and it's so immersive when you're playing on these maps and the Levolution stuff happens, the storm kicks up. It's just so good. You've got the headset on. Like I said, the rain's going sideways, the wind's blowing the trees. It's absolutely mental. The game is great, and BF4 is going to be a hit. There's no doubt about it. If you like BF3, you're going to love BF4. And I think a lot of those players that didn't like BF3, they thought it was too far from the core Battlefield experience. If they come back and try BF4, they're going to love it. I also think it's going to be more popular on consoles because of that 60 FPS. It really is a big deal, trust me. That's about all I got to say on the matter, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you got to play BF4 at Gamescom, how did you feel about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you think it was terrible? Let me know. Leave a rating and a comment, that's always appreciated. Coming up on the channel, I've also got my Titanfall first impressions. I got to play that at Gamescom, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it. Also, I'm doing a Saints Row 4 playthrough with Chrissa coming up on the channel, and a Splinter Cell Blacklist co-op campaign with Stripping from the Oakscast, which is pretty cool. Finally, I'm promoting a video. Last week they had Christopher Walken, now they got Morgan Freeman playing Saints Row 4. Mental. Click the link, check it out. That's all for today, folks. I'll see you in the next one.